Welcome to Gaming with Megas. I am Megas, and we're back for some Switch 2. So, I have not played the Switch 2 since my last unboxing. What are you doing? I know. I've just had some things going on, and realistically, um, I didn't want to do any experiences without recording it, and it just wasn't possible. I was taking care of some family business, and as it stands, I didn't want to capture anything and not be genuine. So I know it's painful, but I do it for you guys because I want to make sure I give you an honest reaction to things. So the plan, like I was talking about last time, was I was going to experience the new online store. I was going to look at the Nintendo Switch Online. I didn't download them because, again, that would require me going into the store. And I would see what those look like and so on and so forth and give my honest opinion. Also, I found my games. Yeah, they were exactly where they were. None of my games are back there. Why, might you say? Well, in my original Switch case, this wouldn't hold very much. So what I've bought for me and a bigger one for my son was I have a case like this that allows you to have all your games in it and whatnot, and so all my games are in here. They're not actually in the boxes behind you. And that's why I was like, why can't I find my games? And I totally forgotten because it's been that long since I played my Switch in a while, which is sad. I really should. But I've been preoccupied. So I found my games and whatnot, which is good. And of course, I have some games I haven't even touched, which again, on the list of things to do. So I got my Breath of the Wild, which is cool. And of course, I've upgraded to the Nintendo Switch Online, so I have that ready to go. Shouldn't take too long to download those games, hopefully, is my hope. But we will go from there. We need to get into it. So, someone did ask, and I will talk about it real quick. These Corsair Virtuosos, they are wired. I enjoy them quite profusely. They are open back, so they're not going to like isolate you as much. I do like the fact that the cuffs, you can easily change them out. You just turn it and it pops right off. You can put it on. Very easy to do. Don't need any tools. This piece is technically replaceable, which is nice. It is wired, which is always going to be better from an audio strength and whatever standpoint than wireless. Also, they're just standard headphone jacks. It's not wired in, so if this cord ever got frayed, I could just replace it with something. These are paracorded, and so if you have a very sensitive mic and it rubs against your shirt, you might hear it. But that's up to you. Noise cancellation and things like that. I have an Elgato Wave 3, and there's a plugin that does an even better job than some of the noise canceling stuff out there, and works pretty well. Beyond that, they're more sturdy than the old Corsairs I used to have, the HS 60s. This seems a little bit more robust the way it's built and is less likely to break because my son has broke 2 sets of those at this point in juncture. But I'm not willing to spend the money on it, and if he wants them, he's got to save up and get them. So, other than that, they are quite nice. Now, of course, they don't have a volume knob like my HSs do. So I have a Steam Deck Plus that has the little knobs, and I set my system audio and everything else to that, and I can sit there and control my audio without issue. So I really don't need it here per se, which is cool. And also with what I have going on, I'm able to mute it so that way I don't hear myself echoing, which is nice. Though, let's go ahead. In case you missed my first Switch unboxing, which you should go back and watch on the stream. I have it out there. Of course, we are working on getting the video done. I do apologize that the audio in the beginning of it I was muted. I will be doing a voiceover for the actual video, so if you want the full opinion of the Magus, you should really take a look at it. But I'll give you a quick synopsis. The back is pretty good. It doesn't smudge very easily. The screen is absolutely huge. I was watching my son play his in the car, and I just couldn't remark how large the screen was. And I have the OLED and everything else, and it's just massive. Which, if you're playing it handheld, that's like, it's awesome. And then, of course, it's not very heavy at all. I've seen some reports of people saying they were having problems with failure with the magnets. I don't know if that was a battery or if it's the effect of Joy-Cons or what it is, but I have not experienced any type of an issue whatsoever. They do not come off easily. They do not pull off easily. So there has to be something wrong with either the charge or his of his Joy-Cons and or his unit. I think there's a current going through there, not simple magnets, but I'm not entirely sure. Beyond that, kickstand's nice. I like the eject the cartridge, which I'll do real quick just to show you. So this is the Switch 1 was easy to pull out. The OLED and the other ones, not so much. This one, I can do it without fingernails, which is nice. I can easily pull that out, take the game out, which is nice, and put the new game in. And then it's got a metal, just to show you, it's got like a little metal piece right here. And it's pretty sturdy. You can just put it in and it goes in. It's quite satisfying. Beyond that, button joysticks feel better, and of course, just a whole bunch of things, to be honest with you, and also just the fact that if you're using the Pro controller, which I highly recommend, this guy, it's an evolution of the original one. The joysticks are nicer. I think the D-pad is improved. I like the material of it. The only downside is since they did a change where this is not one piece with a screw, you can't stylize it as easily. But whatever, it's not the end of the world. But I liked on the other one, I got orange ones for my son, so that we could differentiate between our different Joy-Cons or Pro controllers. So, but let me go ahead and get the Switch back in the dock and get it to come up on the TV. And I am really curious to see his Breath of the Wild stuff and some of the other stuff because the screen is so bright and vibrant. And I played Brothership on here, and it really doesn't really show a lot because it's very stylized. But everything, like icon and everything else wise, is just so clean. I am very curious about it. But let me go ahead and switch over the console. All right. So we are in. So let's first, before we dive into Zelda Breath of the Wild, let's spend some time to checking out the various things. Now, the menu, to give you an idea, they upgraded some of the style of the Switch 1, so it looks closer in line with what the Switch 2 does. But realistically, there isn't a whole lot different between them OS-wise. So if I go into system settings, like all this looks exactly the same. It doesn't look a whole lot different. There might be a few extra options, but not much. Virtual game cards, again, they added it to the other one. Controllers didn't change. Game share, that I think was brought back because it was there before. Albums, I think. Some of these icons are a little bit different, like this and this, I believe. This was a different color, it was more orange, and this one looked different. And of course, this is the game chat, of course. But I'm not messing with that for right now. And of course, Nintendo Switch Online. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I like the fact that they have a separate thing for that. But before we do, let's go to the shop. So a little bit different. They had a little black screen with logo. I'm going to have to switch off for a second. I don't know why it's asking again, but whatever. All right, back at it. Sorry. So, we are here. Now, the look and the feel is slightly different. First of all, these look a little bit larger than before. New to Switch 2, that's a cool thing. Classics, and then Fortnite, Nintendo Ripoff Tour. And as you can see, they now have like videos when you like stay over. It's sort of like YouTube, which is kind of cool. So you don't have to actually click into it fully if you don't want to. So if I go into Fortnite here, it's going to show me Fortnite stuff. So that's a new thing that I kind of like, which is cool. There's just a whole bunch of stuff out here. Games for Dad. And that's pretty much it. Now, I don't know how often they we'll switch these up because it's very limited. But you could search, and then they have like genres, which is nice. Gameplay style, that's cool. And then you can do filters if you want. But you also hit view all software, which that would be rough. Recommended for me, which is cool. That's new to the shop. That'll be cool. There's a wish list, which I think they had before. Great deals, which is always of interest. Sometimes I've seen people do discounts, and that way they can get attention on the eShop where they'll really massively mark them down, which is cool. Nintendo is not one of those people because they don't need to do that. But it's cool nonetheless. There's bestsellers, which is good if you want to see what's out there if you're looking for something new. But what are a lot of people buying? Recent releases, which is nice. Date everything. Okay then. Poppy Time. That's an old game. Genix Trilogy. From Mission 3. It's already marked down a little bit. So they got a bunch of cool things in here. And then coming soon is kind of nice because maybe something's not released and you want to keep an eye out. And of course, the Nintendo Switch Online. So I had the family membership for a year. For $35 is not too bad. Gives you cloud saves, gave you NES and Super Nintendo, and I was pretty happy about that. And it covered up to 5 people, which is nice. Also, I think it gave you Game Boy as well. Now, I went ahead and subscribed to the Switch Online pack. Now, I already had a subscription that was live, and I guess they prorated a little bit, and they gave me a discount, so it was a little bit cheaper. But you're usually looking at $80 a year. Now, if you figure that isn't super terribly expensive considering, because not only are you getting the virtual online of Sega Genesis, N64, GameCube, but you're also getting free DLC. So you get the free DLC for Animal Crossing. You get the free DLC for Mario Kart on Deluxe that was on the Switch. That's worth at least $25 with a whole bunch of courses. And then of course you get the free upgrades for Breath of the Wild, which is worth $10, and you get the Tears of the Kingdom upgrade, which is worth $20. Personally, I think it's only worth $10, but personally they should be free. But that's beyond, that's what I think, because they didn't actually update the textures or anything. I don't think, but we'll see. So I guess can I get the apps from here? Let me see if I can. Is it our feature? Yeah. Maybe we can get it here. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, and I forgot. You also get the Game Boy Advance with the premium plan. So we're going to go ahead and download that. We're not going to mess with that tonight, which is fine. Oh, man. I got to go back. Okay. Nope. And GameCube. All right. So we got all those percolating. I'm also debating on whether or not I want to stream Breath of the Wild, because I never streamed Breath of the Wild. I just played it. That was before I started my streaming career. I started with Tears of the Kingdom for my streaming career. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe what I'll do, maybe this will keep downloading in the background. It should. Maybe when this is done, we'll try out Game Boy Advance. It should be smaller than the other ones. So that's why I'm going to try it. Maybe we'll go ahead and try this real quick. I wonder how good or bad it looks. Or just peruse the library, to be honest with you. Oh, and then So it's starting to download. Let's check it. What? I restart my doing an update. There we go. All right, let's check this out. Ah, memories. I have the clear one behind me. One player. Well, we got Fire Emblem, Sacred Stones. Never played it. Wireland 4. I don't think I got to play that one. F-Zero didn't play it. F-Zero didn't play it. These Japanese one never played it. There's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Okay. Some Japanese game. Four Swords. Never played it. I did play Link to the Past. Zero Mission. I don't think I've played it. Golden Sun, Lost Age. I don't think I got to play it. I did play a beat Golden Sun. It's cool these are both here. F-Zero, Maximum Velocity, Kirby, another Fire Emblem, Super Mario Advance, which is Super Mario 2 and the classic arcade. That's kind of cool. Go back to game selection. I didn't want to actually select that. I was kind of sensitive. Super Mario World, which is cool. Yoshi's Island, Fusion. Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga. One of the first ones. I've been playing Mario and Luigi Brothership. Minish Cap. Circuit. Mario Bros. 3. That's cool. Guess we could go with Zero Mission. It was made for... Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Being this close with a 4K TV, not great. It's a pixelated thing. It probably looks better to you, but it's not ideal for me. Wolf ball. Because you know what? Because we're Mighty Morphin and we're balling. Controls feel good. But, you know, that's the D-pad with the Pro controller. Now, I do wonder... Now, you're not going to be able to see this. Is this like a paid subscription catalog? Yes. Oh, yeah. Because I'm balling. Yes, this is totally a subscription thing. So if you stop subscribing, you do lose it. But you don't have to pay for every single title. So this is the Advance. This is what you get if you get the premium subscription versus the standard one that's $20 a year for yourself, right? The other ones that you get for the $20, you get the the NES, the Super Nintendo, and the Game Boy. And again, you go into this just to show you. Seriously. It has a whole bunch of titles, right? Now, one of the benefits of this system is, on certain games where it could be hard, they have a save state that maybe you wouldn't have normally. And again, you know, you got Mario 3, the original Zelda, Mario Brothers, Greatest, Ghouls and Ghosts, Balloon Fight, all this. It's like Netflix, right? Ninja Gaiden, I think Super Mario 2, Kirby's Adventure, Lost Levels, Kid Icarus, Donkey Kong Jr., Mighty Bomber, Vice Project, Doom, like Rhaegar. There's a whole ton of games in here, right? And that's just the NES part, right? And the original Tetris. But again, my 2 year loves that Peppa the Pig game. I'll be honest, I'm not a very big fan of the game because there's a lot of load times that just don't make any sense. But that's more indicative of the company that makes it. They just churn those things out, and they all have bad load times. And it's not even that hard of graphics. Like I don't understand what the problem is. The round the world one is much longer and a much more enjoyable game than the other one, which is I think is older, which is just the Friends one. Um, that one's very short. Like I finished that in an hour, and I was like, "Oh my god, seriously?" So, um, but yeah, I also did. I have a playthrough on YouTube and whatnot. If you want to look at it, I have what two different Paw Patrols. One's the movie. One's Power Up Heroes. I did a PJ Masks one, and I also did. I thought I did another one. I can't remember what it was. What other one did I do? Oh, I did Trolls, and I did the Grinch Adventure game, and it did Blaze. Now, Blaze, the Monster Machines, is basically just that racing game. It is not a full on, game. Oh, and then I played Bluey. It's a not a super long game, but that was a fun, enjoyable game, especially if you like the TV show. Um, there's a part at the end where if you're trying to collect stickers, you can get stuck, but you don't need that to technically do the main stuff. So, um, but then also, we had the NES. Where's the other ones? I guess I got to re-download it. I had the Super Nintendo and N64. Have you ever played Luigi's Mansion? I briefly played Luigi's Mansion 3, and that's because it had multiplayer, and my son wanted me to play with him. But as actually playing the game, no, I have not. I will have to stream it. I know there's Luigi Mansion on the GameCube, is where it originally came from. It was like one of the launch titles, and then you had Luigi Mansion 2, which was on the um, what was that on? Was that on 3DS or something? I think they re-released it for the Switch, specifically for the Switch, and then of course you have Luigi Mansion 3, which came out on the actual Switch, for the Switch, made just for it. So, but where are we with everything else? Let's go over to N64 and take a look. Oh, is it still? It's still doing stuff, man. All right. So, to give you an idea, what you pay for the expanded Nintendo Switch Online is about $80. If you're doing the family, it's a lot less than that if you're just one person. But the value add is you get 5 people you can cover with that, which is kind of cool. Um, I know this is taking a little bit of time. I don't know if maybe I need to hit my cloud saves, data management. Let's see. I think I might need to download, maybe not my Zelda thing. I might want to do that now. It's backed up. No, it's good. Okay. So I don't need to do anything with that. That's good. Well, if it's going to be sitting here taking forever, then I might as well I may as well go for Breath of the Wild. 5 people? Wow, yeah, for $80 once a year, everyone on the plan gets their games backed up to the clouds, so that way you can't lose your save data. There's a few games that doesn't work with, like Pokemon, some others, but not very many. And it allows you to play online with everyone else. So if you're playing, Mario Kart or whatever, allows you to play online. But also, they've added in some of these older games multiplayer via the Nintendo Switch Online. That before you would have had to have multiple like Game Boys hooked up or whatever to do it, or if you had a GameCube, you'd have to have 4 people around you or whatever. So it allows you to play, which is cool. But then it also gives you access to all these Netflix of games as well that they have. Now, mind you, there are some third party stuff on there, but it's not a ton, right? To get certain games, you're going to need collections like Mega Man and Castlevania and Contra and things like that. And weirdly enough, Square has not cashed in yet. They have not made a Final Fantasy trilogy or something you can buy, but they also haven't tried to put any of their games per se 100% like that on the Switch, which is quite surprising. So I don't know what their plan is in that regard. Um, but Legend of Zelda, let's I guess we'll go ahead and try that. Let's see. Do I need to do an update? No, if it lets me get away with it. Oh, I guess it needs to download for the update on that. Oh, jeez. Okay, I didn't anticipate that. Um, while we're waiting, what I do know is Cyberpunk appears to be one of the most sold game besides Mario Kart on the Switch 2. So a lot of people are buying it. I don't know how many people are buying it because they never had a chance before because they couldn't own an Xbox or whatever. Maybe they want it on the go. Maybe it's because I want to play Phantom Liberty and it's already on the cartridge for the price that you're paying, which is like a $30 value. I don't know. Um, some people might just like the fact that, hey, we're going to support them because the game's fully on the cart, unlike all of Sega's games, which are game key cards. So this allowed me to pause it. Maybe I can pause it. Well, I guess I don't get a choice in the matter. Thanks, like Windows. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Is there an option for an Ethernet cord to be hooked up to your Switch dock? Oh, yes. There is an Ethernet port on the Switch dock. Just like there was on the OLED. There is a physical Switch port. But I will point out that if you were to buy it, let's see. I think I have it here. Do I have it here? Well, I guess I don't have it readily on me. The Nintendo made a USB Ethernet dongle. That would have worked perfectly fine on the original Switch. So you don't have to buy a Switch 2 or a Switch OLED to be able to do Ethernet if you want to be wired. They sold an adapter for that. That would work perfectly fine. But yes, there is a switch port built into the dock. It's got an Ethernet on the back, power, and which is Type C, and the HDMI. And then the only other ports it really has on there is the standard 2 USB Type A's on the side here, and that's about it. It doesn't have anything else. Again, I wanted to download these, but I didn't want to go into the shop. Which, by the way, if you haven't been in the shop, let me go back into the shop so you can take a look at that. I did have this early in the stream, but just to show you, they changed up the shop, and the cool thing, it's kind of like YouTube now. So when you click on something, in this case on Cyberpunk, I'm guessing for various reasons of it being a mature title, they're not showing much. It's just doing a slideshow, but other things, if you click on it, like example, I don't know, Street Fighter, right? It'll actually start playing a video of the actual game, which is cool. So you don't even need to go into it and click on it, um, which is kind of cool that they do that. And again, you go into it, they're gonna have pictures and videos you can watch and everything else regarding it, which is nice. You can add your wish list. You can see what all things cost, which is cool. I do like the fact that they have a new for you section, and you can get new recommendations, which is really nice. And that's what they're gonna do, right? Like I own that. I haven't played it yet. I own that. I haven't played that yet. That I haven't played. Dragon Quest Treasure. I don't know. Obviously Breath of the Wild stuff. I'm not gonna look at that. So there's a bunch of cool things. I like the fact that they do that. It's neat, and it changes every Saturday, which is neat. Most other things are pretty much the same. They haven't changed much, other than they made this off the main page and have this in the search section instead. So it makes things a little bit better. than anything else. Be mindful of Split Fiction. Split Fiction, if you buy it physically, is a code in a box, which is wrong. Why bother? Of course, we got Donkey Kong here. This is coming out here in July. I am going to definitely be picking that up, and I'm definitely going to be streaming that. And if you haven't been paying attention, that girl is Pauline. I'm guessing when she was younger. So this predates Odyssey to a certain extent. Also, I'm wondering if they changed something because in the videos they originally were showing us, it was a rock, but now we're seeing it's her. So they made it change at some point. Maybe that was like really early footage where it was a rock, but we'll see. No, it is not out. And it was very deceptive. There are some people that bought the Switch with the Donkey Kong bundle and didn't realize they weren't getting the game. How disappointed were those people? They technically consider launch not the actual day. They consider it like a month or two out per se. Another game that's, I don't think it's on here, is it in the coming soon? It's the Daemon Machina game. It's a mech style game, which looked kind of cool. Where's that at? So this is the original game that I actually have it, but is this game right here, which is pretty cool looking. You're in a mech suit. You can change equipment, things like that. Called your Arsenal. Now, mind you, you can fly around and whatnot and fight big monsters, which is kind of cool. The mechs in this game look a lot smaller, and I don't know what's going on because if you look at the actual first one, the mechs are much larger in stature. They're less of a like a bodysuit, and they're more like a traditional mech that you would think of, which is pretty cool. I mean, just to give you an idea, real quick, do they have a video in here? No video. What a waste, man. They really should. Well, I do apologize. There's not a video in here. I don't know why, unless what's downloadable content bundle. That's for the old game. Okay. Well, don't know what to tell you about that. It looks very cool. What I'll I'm pretty sure there was a Nintendo Direct where I had that and I had a reaction to it. But I think they have a newer trailer, so keep an eye out for it. I will make sure to do a reaction to that trailer. As I think it probably has more content in it, and it'll show more of the game itself. So I think the N64 is done. So let me go ahead and get into there and see what we're looking at. Now, if you're an old school N64 gamer, one of the things you will like about this one is they have a lot of good games. And one of them, which everyone's going to flock to, is, yes, there's GoldenEye. This is a deal that Nintendo and Microsoft finally struck so they could have GoldenEye on their system. as Nintendo was cool, as long as we can have it on ours. So it was kind of a joint deal. They both were released about the same time. So going down, though, we got some okay games. Yoshi's Story, Winback. I don't know much about it, but you have like Super Mario 64, Star Fox 64, Mario Kart 64, Tennis, Dr. Mario 64. Let's see what else. You got Paper Mario, which was a good game, and then Banjo Kazooie again with Rare, right? You have Majora's Mask, F-Zero X. There's Pokemon Snap, which isn't like a traditional Pokemon game. It's a little bit different. Kirby Shards, some type of puzzle game. Rave Race. Wave Race was a lot of fun. Pilot Wing 64, which was a release title for the N64, where you did various things like trying to land or do stuff, which was cool. Various old Mario parties. The first one, the second one. I'm guessing the third one here. Pokemon Stadium. That was a big deal because it was the first time Pokemon ever made it to an actual platform. It looked halfway decent. Yeah, I don't know how the snap's gonna work considering you needed a camera. Is that why they released the camera accessory? Like, I'm just not entirely sure. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Pokemon Stadium 2. I didn't know that was in here. Excitebike 64, Mario Party 3. I know a lot of people probably played this, which was 1080 snowboarding. That was a big deal. Oh, yeah. We got Jeff Force Gemini. I think that was a very sought after title, but came late in life. The first Harvest Moon on a console, 64. Blast Corps was this big thing they tried to sell off. It was okay, where you blew stuff up and whatnot. Extreme G. This was Nintendo's answer for I want a fast racing style game, but it's not Wipeout. I have it. It was a lot of fun, but it was with these Tron style bike things going on. It has the same thing. Banjo and Tooie, which is the second one. Ridge Racer 64. What about that, right? And again, you can play it online. And then Killer Instinct Gold. That's right. The thing they had in the actual arcades. So that's kind of cool, you know? I'm curious how it looks, though. Ooh. Not too bad. Do we have this up? Let me check the audio. That's right. So we'll go with Buddy Fulgore. It's always a big fan. No Rampage? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, you definitely need the D-pad. Trying to do the analog stick just isn't working. No, I'll be honest with you. It's not as good as I remember. I don't know, maybe it was better on Super Nintendo? It's hard to say. Alright. It's been a while. Oop. Oh, man. Oh, is she gonna take me out? Oh, she did. Rampage. If you're meaning the original arcade one, that wouldn't have been on there. So, interestingly enough... Hold on. Interestingly enough, no Rampage, yeah. Now, mind you, you got to remember a lot of third-party stuff isn't on the Nintendo Virtual Console stuff. And that's just the way it is. If you notice, most of these are Nintendo titles. We got lucky with all the rare stuff, but most everything is Nintendo stuff, right? So that's just, it's the Nintendo Switch Online, right? It's not like a Virtual Console 100%. Now, if they wanted to release it for the eShop, they could, but most don't. What they generally do is a collection, because that's what happened with Castlevania, Contra, Mega Man, and what other one? I think there was another one, and they released it Mega Man X on as a trilogy on the cartridge. You got to be careful about some of those, like the Mega Man ones. They weren't all on the cartridge, which made absolutely no sense. It's like, as a collector, it's like, what was the point of that? So, let's see. Can I get back? Let's get back. Close. How are we doing the rest of the stuff here? He's going to be... Oh. Wow, okay. That's jumping real fast. I have pretty good Wi-Fi, and I have a pretty good connection. I have a good connection. I got Wi-Fi 6, but I don't have Ethernet hooked up. But I don't think that would make much of a difference. Let me cancel this download. We'll check that in a second. I really want to do the Breath of the Wild thing. Hopefully it's not too bad. That looks like it's less. I don't know how I felt about Killer Instinct. Like, the controls, maybe I'm out of touch. They seemed kind of clunky. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how much of that was just the age of the game or what that was. Maybe feel better if you had it like an arcade stick. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to really mess around with that to see what I thought about that. But we're down with Breath of the Wild, so we'll take a look at that real quick. The game that I didn't get to stream. How are we looking? Let's see. I guess we'll do a continue because then I can explore anywhere I want. Right? No. Guess we do new. Watching DB Geek play this for the first time and never played a Zelda game and lose his ever loving mind. He got sucked in hard. He's one of the people that inspired me to start streaming. Ah, don't look at the light. What? What's that? Turn up the volume. I can't hear you. What? Open my eyes. This is going to be a much different experience.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Now, I think... I want to say this is a video and this isn't actual. I think that was a video. This is actual. Well, some of the stuff looks pretty clean. Some of the other stuff, not so much. There's still some weird jaggies and artifacting. But then again, maybe I wouldn't see them from, like... I mean, I'm, like... Give you an idea. I'm this close to my 4K TV. I mean, did you get the Switch 2 bundle? No. I actually bought Mario Kart. I wanted to physically own the game. Yes, I know it cost more. So, all right. So, is this the updated version? Let's take a look. Because I don't think I am. No. Let's see if that did something different. So, did I not get the upgrade pack? Yeah, that was the original game, not the actual Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Ah, and I had an update I had to do for that? Oh, I wonder if that was like the DLC it downloaded. Well, now I don't feel so bad that, oh, you didn't get any upgrade, you know. I feel a little better about that. I was like, what? Oh my god, 16 minutes? What? No. Really? Well, if we're gonna do that, we'll go back and we'll hit up some other stuff. Is this done? No. Let's go back to N64. Let's see. What are our options? So we did Killer Instinct. So, I'm going to give you the run, Lace Blunt, since you're here. What do you want me to check out? Did you want me to pull out Pokemon Snap and see what it's all about? Or you want me to check out Stadium? And there's two versions. There's, the first one, the original, and Stadium 2. We could check out Pilot Wings, Wave Race, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Kart, N64, or Mario 64, Star Fox 64. Oh yeah, Sin and Punishment. I heard some things about that. I think there might be a slight delay. I have wondered about that. Maybe Ridge Racer. I'll do Extreme G for now. No one's really seen this before, probably. It was a fun game. Oh yeah, hitting that 90s vibe. Alright, here we go. I like the music in this. It's pretty good. Let's see which one of these is. Looks clean. Oh wow. This is getting a great treatment for this. Oh my gosh. This is way better than it was on N64. Oh my gosh. Now this is a game to play on this. Oh. Oh no you don't. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh, nice try. You tried to get me. It's like the equivalent of blue shell on that. Oh! Oh no! Man, I've totally forgotten how to play this thing. Power-ups too. Might be easier if I had the N64 controller. Okay. That was fine. It definitely improved from playing on the N64. It's way faster. Clearly gonna get jumped now. Yeah. That's fine. That was a lot of fun. It was definitely better than when I played on the N64 because it didn't look like they limited it. It wasn't as fast as what it was on the N64, which was pretty good at the time, but that was way cleaner and way faster than the original game. Though I couldn't figure out the power-ups, but again, I'm not using the N64 controller, so I don't have all the button mapping. There was technically only really 3 buttons. The yellow buttons that you see on there are the camera controls, if you were. So you really only had, there was one button underneath the joystick and A, B, which... do I have it here? Pretty sure I do. Now, obviously, I can't hook this up, and I would have to buy the actual controller. But to give you an idea. So, you had this as a joystick. You had your A and your B. These were just for camera, and that's it for the most part. And then you had this, which was your trigger button. So, you would hold this, and you would use your trigger to do stuff. I don't know how that button triggered to it. You do, of course, have the shoulder buttons, which was nice. And, of course, if you... This is an expansion pack. This is an actual memory card. That's how you saved your games on it. But they also had a rumble pack that you could do as well. That allowed you to get vibration and stuff. Because Nintendo invented the rumbling controller first before PlayStation or anyone else. They did that first. So, that's cool. Cool. Wow, we got a long period of time. Any other games I want to check out? Let's see. Well, now I'm curious what Ridge Racer looks like. I mean, obviously certain things are going to look not great if they didn't upscale it. That looks, for the end, looks pretty good. But it's a basic shape and color. Really? Now, the funny thing is you can get Ridge Racer on other systems, but it costs money. Like 17 or 18 bucks, but it's basically a part of this, which is nice. Let's try this out.
3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go. Whoa. You guys a bit of drifting? It's hard to see what's going on. Guess they had drifting back then. This is not going well. You break loose way too easily. I mean, the graphics aren't bad. Those other drivers are driving fairly conservative. I didn't even hate to get made a noise. Alright, let's catch up. Maybe not go full bore everywhere. Catching up. That was cool what they did with the lights there for a hot second. Woo, drifting! Yeah, some weird popping. Wow. Really? Oh my god. That's horrible. You know, you play some of these games, you get a bit of nostalgia, but then you go, wow, we've come a long way.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going.
No, we don't
Not
need a
bad,
replay.
but you could do better.
Yeah,
Give
we
it
know.
another shot.
How we doing on our download? 6 hours? What? Clearly that's wrong. Give it a second to right size itself. Alright, let's go back to the N64. Let's see what else we got. Certain things look like they were cleaner. On Killer Instinct, not so much. The menus and a couple things, but when you play the game, it's pixelated because it wasn't 3D, so it wouldn't take advantage of it. Extreme G, it looked pretty good. It was a lot faster. Again, it's suffering from certain things. GoldenEye. Let's take a look at GoldenEye. See what that looks like. I know there's a bunch of probably GoldenEye people out there, right? What's that look like? Neutralize all arms, install covert modem, intercept the data, backup, bungee jump from platform. Okay. It's always the USSR. Right? doesn't look too awful bad, but the textures are really showing it. Yeah. That's what Xbox tried to do. They tried selling it like an HD version where they updated the textures and stuff, where this is an exact replication of the original game. They didn't upgrade anything. Okay. I'm not used to this. Huh. Well, sorry, I had to, I just wanted to look at stuff, they kept shooting at me. The controls are wonky, because this is, like, predates dual stick, like, controls. Because what I'm doing here to left or right is really supposed to be buttons on the actual, these guys. So it makes more sense, because it's more like a D-pad, if you will. And this was supposed to be your aiming, which is like your left and right. And this was more for your left and right, and forward and, well, I guess up and down. Right? Or maybe they have it mapped to it. Maybe it's better with the N64. Like, it doesn't look horrible at a distance, but when you get up close, things are not great. So if you look at, let's see here. So, like, if you look at the guard tower, it doesn't look that bad from a distance. There's a lot of weird shimmering going on from the railings and stuff, right? So there's some of that. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get out of that. I'm not gonna play that a whole bunch. I just wanted to check it out. See how it looked. Let's see here. So, we gotta do Mario 64. Let's give that a try. Right?
It's me, Mario.
Because I had Mario 64 with the classic
Hello.
bundle that was on the cartridge that they sold. So I wonder how this looks.
Okie dokie.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Well, really? Yeah, it looks about the same as what's on the collection. Which is not surprising. They didn't up-res the bundle. Okay. I mean, to be honest, the controls are still very good when they were the first 3D controls that were out there, really. So, not too bad. Just tell you about the camera controls. Yeah, some of the textures aren't that great.
Let's
Get them, I am awfully close. Goomba time! Yeah, I thought that was weird when you first come here that you can punch a Goomba. I was like, what? Since when? I mean, the art stuff from a distance, like, that doesn't look too bad. Those textures don't look too bad. They were good at scaling some of the textures and stuff. They don't look horrible, which is surprising for an original N64 game that was the launch. I remember playing this at a Toys R Us, and they had a bunch of these set up. And, sorry, I was a little loud. And, playing this for the first time, and I lost my ever-loving mind. Because it was the first time I ever played a true 3D game, not a fake 3D game. And it was just crazy. The fever to get this thing was out of the world. And it's funny how some of this stuff is just simply a 2D texture. It's not even really 3D. Which is kind of funny. They did a lot of shortcuts. But they did it well. And the other thing I think that really surprised me, because coming off of, you know, digital D-pad controls, the analog stick, how you could slow actually walking and doing stuff was crazy. The acrobatics were crazy. The fact you could slide. Oh wow. Did you see that? Look at what Mario looks like at a distance. Oh my god. Oh, you see it? Like, watch when I walk. Look how weird he looks. He like, they massively downgrade his poly count, and he looks weird. That's funny. I didn't even notice that. Wow. Arr! He's got me. That's alright. I want to go back to game selection. What about Star Fox? I wonder what that looks like. Because that was a fully 3D game. And for the most part, I think most stuff you're not like super close. Like, that looks clean.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only hope for our world.
I'll do my best. Andros won't have his way with me.
Good luck.
Okay. That looks pretty darn good. I am actually quite impressed.
Open the wing.
Those are fairly decent textures for what it was. I'm impressed. I mean, that's a little not great, but you're generally not that close to see that logo.
Falco here. I'm fine.
I love how they don't do the bodies; they just do the
All
heads.
systems go.
They have a texture of his body. You can see it right there.
Flippy here. I'm okay.
Honestly, that's fine.
I see him up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
Let's go. Ah, this brings me back. Oh, it's very clean. I like the looks. The looks are not that bad.
Flippy, watch out. Bogey on your tail.
Ah, laser upgrade.
Whoa! Help me! Thanks, Fox.
Yeah, I was pretty good at this game. Well, I should say Star Fox the original, because I
We're entering Corneria City now.
ended up doing the. They had a KB Toys had a contest with Nintendo, and I was hoping to do like the Wizard, and you could go to do a championship thing, because I won in my district and got a jacket, but which I wore for Starfield, and
You got an enemy on
yeah,
your tail.
they pulled names from
Use
a
the brake.
drawing from the districts, which was lame. It was not like the what's it called, the Wizard, which I was hoping for, which would have been cool. And now, Nintendo couldn't do anything cool like that.
I'll take this. Get the one behind me.
I think it's because they had a limited
Something's wrong
budget.
with the G diffuser. Use the booster case. I could use some help here, Fox.
Well, if there weren't all these buildings in the way.
Man, I'm gonna have to back off.
Well,
Do a barrel roll.
I mean, it looks pretty good, to be honest.
Knock it off. Try a somersault.
Enemy robot. Dead ahead.
All range mode.
Translation. Now you got an arena versus like a corridor.
Ah, so this is Star Fox. I'm going to crush you.
Are you?
Enemy shield analyzed.
Those who cross Andros will die. No.
Yeah.
Aim for his back.
Haha. Got no leg to stand on. Ha 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 ha.
Flippy's hit.
No. You annoying little flies. I will not be defeated by this worm. No. My Emperor! I failed you!
Okay then.
We're heading out.
Game
All
looks pretty
aircraft
clean.
report.
I'm very impressed with the textures and
I
stuff.
was worried for a moment.
They've done nothing to improve anything, so this is
becoming
as
more
the
like
game
your
was.
father.
Now I don't know how much of this is the Switch 2 uprising
Ship
things.
is under maintenance.
I mean, that was cool. No, there we go. Game selection. Let's see what F-Zero looks like. See what this looks like. Oh wow, you can definitely see how they scale the characters. Okay. Very wide tracks.
You got boost power!
Boost? but I don't know what button will do it.
Yeah! Go right on left!
Okay, got first place. Okay, got first place. The models are very basic, but I figured they were going for speed with this. Alright, let's see if we can do something else. I want to try another game. So, didn't get to what I want to get to right away, but that's okay. Was checking out the different apps and whatnot. The Game Boy Advance, I think, is okay, and it's a nice feature. If you're in handheld mode, I think it would look okay. But, like, if you're up close to a 4K screen like I am with this, it's really going to be really hard to play and look halfway decent. But that's just a function of a 4K screen and being really close. But if you're doing a handheld, it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be fun with it. That's great. With the Game Boy Advance. Of course, you're going to get that with the Extended Premium service. The N64, there's a lot of good titles on that, which is good. And of course, some of them actually benefit from the actual system itself being faster, newer, like Extreme G and a little bit of the F-Zero GX and whatnot. So that's good. Some of the games, obviously, they're not going to look as good because you don't have up-res textures to go with it. But in handheld mode, you might notice a whole lot less. Now, in regards to some of the other games, of course, they show their aids because they're kind of 2D, 3D. They're not really like Killer Instinct. But no worse for wear as best you can do unless they had a remaster, which would be really nice if they would do. But again, being a rare product, that's going to get hard since Microsoft owns it. As far as anything else, we're, again, continue to check out these various things, and we'll have to see. If you like what you saw, give me a like, follow, and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. And of course, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9:30 at twitch.tv/GameWithMagus. I also stream on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. And you should follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and X on my social medias. That way, if something changes, you know what's going on. But until next time, stay adventurous.